Good afternoon, everyone. I am Usman K, Assistant Professor, BITM Ballari. First, I welcome you all to my first video lecture on Model 5. So, in the previous video lecture, we discussed about visible surface detection algorithms, and we also discussed various types of visible surface detection algorithm, and we completed fourth model. So before starting fifth model, I would like to revise what are the concepts we learned in the previous four models. So in the first model, we learned basic concepts of computer graphics. So we learned how to create points, how to create a line segment using various types of algorithms, and we also learned how to create a circle. Means we learned circle generation algorithms, and we also learned different types of geometrical primitives. So as I said in the first model, whenever we want to create synthetic image in computer graphics, the basic building blocks of every synthetic image in computer graphics is nothing but geometrical primitives. So we learned a first geometrical primitive like how to create a points. Next, how to create a line segments. Next, we learned how to create a circle. So these are the various concepts we learned in the first model. So in the second model, we learned various types of polygon filling algorithm like scanline algorithm. We are using scanline algorithm to fill the color inside the polygon. So in second model we learned how to create a polygon. Means whenever we want to create a geometrical primitive, whenever we want to create any synthetic image, our synthetic image not only it contains points and lines and circles, it also contains different polygons. So we discussed various types of polygons in model 2. Next, we also learned in the model 2 various methods or various concepts with respect to performing different types of transformations. So we learned 5 different types of transformations operations we can apply on a given object. So in the third model, we learned what are the three-dimensional weaving concept, what are the two-dimensional weaving concept, and how we can apply again 5 types of transformations. So we learned all these concepts. When I started fourth model, in the fourth model we learned only three things. One, what is three-dimensional weaving? Second, what is projections? Third, what is visible surface detection algorithms? So these are the four models I covered in the previous video lectures. Now today I would like to introduce fifth model. So the name of the fifth model is input and interaction, curves and computer animation. So in the fifth model we are going to learn three main concepts of computer graphics. First concept is we would like to learn what are the various types of input devices we are using to handle that synthetic image that is created by the programmer. So in computer graphics, we have various types of IO devices, input devices are there. So whatever the image you created, we want to control that image with the help of various types of input devices. So once I'll go to that particular topic in detail, I will explain what are the input devices are there, and how we classified various types of input devices. So with the help of input devices only, programmer can interact with the objects that is created by using OpenGL. So whenever you want to control the created two-dimensional object or three-dimensional object, controlling is nothing but you need to interact. So when you want to interact to those objects, you need various types of input devices. So this is the first part of the model 1, means various types of input devices. The second subsection of the model 5 is we supposed to learn how to create various types of curves. This is the second subsection of model 5. So after discussing curves, the last part of computer graphics in model 5, we need to start creating animation. So from model 1 to model 4, we created only static images. Static images. But in fifth model, with respect to animation topic, we will discuss how we can create animated images. Images is nothing but it is a sequence of images contains motion, as well as we need to give audio for that. Or I can say that animated video is nothing but it is a combination of three things. First we have sequence of images, next we need to give motion to that sequence of images, and we need to give sound. So combination of these three things is nothing but animation in computer graphics. But with respect to fifth model and with respect to animation topic, we will discuss how we can create animated images where those images will move from one position to another position. That is nothing but transformation. But with respect to animation, we will going to learn how exactly we can create animated videos, not videos, animated images. So this is about the introduction of fifth model. But I planned this fifth model in a such a way that first I would like to discuss about curves topic. Next I will discuss input interaction methods. Then finally I will discuss computer animation concept. So let us begin with the first subtopic of fifth model is called curves or computer graphics curves. So in almost all the four models, we created various types of images or various types of objects that contains points, that contains a straight lines. So if you combine a sequence of points and a sequence of straight lines, I can say that in almost all the four models, we created flat surfaces. So the best example is, you can see that I drawn one flag. That flag contains only the flat surfaces. But in our computer graphics, our object can be contains either flat surfaces or curved surfaces. So when our object contains flat surfaces, then whatever the basic fundamental concepts we learned from model 1 to model 4, that is sufficient to create flat surfaces, because we learned what is polygon, we learned lines, we learned what is the points. So a collection of points and lines and polygon can create the flat surfaces like a flag image. I drawn only the one object called flag. Here we can create the flag image by using sequence of points, sequence of line segments, and sequence of polygon like this. So yeah, as you can see that this is one rectangle. First, see the mouse pointer. I have one rectangle. This is one polygon. Second rectangle is there. That is nothing but one polygon. Third rectangle is there. There is one polygon. So a sequence of polygon will create the part of this particular object. If I draw one straight line, vertical straight line, then it will become a flat surface object. But the situation is, when the situation is demanding to create the curved surface, then we need to learn how to create curves in computer graphics. So here our curve can be various structure, like the curve can be like a arc shape, the curve can be arc shape, the curve can be like our Ballari fort. So we are from the Ballarian, we our native place is nothing but Ballari. The famous place in our Ballari is nothing but Ballari fort. So if you see the Ballari fort, this is the best example for curved surfaces. Or you can see the oceanic waves. The waves is the best example for our curved surfaces. And I drawn one flag here. Second example. Second example. Same flag I drawn using curved surfaces. So now we need to learn how to create curves in computer graphics. So let's begin with what is the definition of curve, what is the equation of curve, and what are the various types of curves computer graphics will support. So the simple definition of curve is, a curve is a large collection of points where each point consists of neighbors excluding endpoints. Means this is the simple definition of curve. I can say that curve is nothing but collection of pixels, or curve is nothing but it is a large collection of points where each point consists of neighbors excluding endpoints. What I am telling means here, I drawn one curve. See that here. I drawn one curve. This is the one best example for curve. So the basic building block of this curve is nothing but, again it is a collection of pixels only. But we selected the pixels to create this curve in a such a way that we have two types of pixels here. We have first and last pixels are one type of pixels. Between first and last pixel, I given P0 is a first pixel, P1 is the last pixel. Or I can say that P0 is a first endpoint, P1 is the last endpoint. First endpoint pixel, last endpoint pixel, it is a one type of pixels. Between this first endpoint to last endpoint, we have sequence of pixels, and every pixels between first endpoint to the last endpoint having neighbors. But the first endpoint and last endpoint, they don't have any neighbors. Because of this, the first endpoint, last endpoint is called our end pixels. First end pixel and last end pixels. They don't have any neighbors here. Between P0 to P1, whichever the pixels we have, all these pixels having neighbors, then I can say that this is the definition of curve. And I written clearly here, in computer graphics, we can create curves using parametric equation. Using parametric equation. So as you can see that the second example, I created one curve here. In this curve, we have two endpoints, first endpoint and second endpoint. So between these two endpoints, we have collection of points, and every point having neighbors. But the last two endpoints, they don't have neighbors. So this is the simple definition of curves. So in computer graphics, we are using three types of curves. The first type of curve is called Bezier curve. Second type is called B-spline curve. Third type of curve is called Hermit spline curve. So these are the three types of curves we are using to represent the curves in computer graphics. So let's begin with Bezier curve. So whenever we want to create curved images in computer graphics, so we are using first method or first type of curve, that is called Bezier curve. So the question is here, how to create Bezier curve? So Bezier curve can be generated or can be created using two basic properties or using two basic components. First basic component is called control points. Those control points having its position, that is called control point position. And second one is called tangents. So these are the two basic building blocks of Bezier curve. Now I drawn one curve here. See that here. I drawn one curve. Please you see the mouse pointer. To create this Bezier curve, I need two basic components. First basic component is called control points. See here. P0, P1, P2 are called control points. This is the first component of the Bezier curve. Along with these three control points, I need tangents also. And before going to that, what is tangent, I would like to tell what is the content of the control point position. Every control point position having x value or x coordinate value, y coordinate value and z coordinate value. So this is the content of the control points. I will repeat, every control point can be represented using three coordinate positions like x and y and z. And what is the definition of tangent means? Tangent is a straight line. It only touches the curve, but it never intersect the curves like this. So as you can see that P0 to P1 is a one straight line. That straight line is called tangent. P1 to P2 is also one more tangent. One more tangent. So whenever you want to create Bezier curve, I need a sequence of control points and I need a sequence of tangents. When we are using tangent, I drawn two tangents here. P0 to P1 is a one tangent. P1 to P2 is a one more tangent. And you need to draw the tangent in a such a way that the tangent has to touch whatever the curve we are creating, but the tangent should not intersect to the our curve. This is the condition you need to remember whenever you are selecting position of the tangent in our curve or in our Bezier curve. So these are the two components we supposed to use whenever we are using Bezier curve. So I written one note. Please try to observe what exactly I am explaining with respect to note means. Curve always connects first and last control points, but it may or may not passes through the other control points. This is very important note you need to remember, because I said one condition for the tangent. Tangent has to touch the curve or it crosses from the curve, but it should not intersect to the other curve. But when we are using or when we are creating curve, this rule is applicable only for the few tangents, only for the few tangents. But you see that I have a three control points like P0, P1, P2. Our curve connects the two control points called first control point and third control point, P0 and P2. So it always passes or it always connects the first end point and last end point, or first control point and last control point, but it may touch or it may passes through the other control points, or it may not passes. The best example is P1. Our curve, it is passing from the first end point or first control point P0, but it's not passes through the second control point called P1, but definitely it passes through the last end point or last control point called P2. So this is the rule you need to remember. And I written one sentence here: curve passes closer to the given coordinate positions, means most of the time whatever the curve we are generating or whatever the curve we are creating, that curve most of the time passes closer to the given coordinate positions P0, P1, P2. So you need to remember these are the conditions and these are the two components we need to create Bezier curves like this. Next slide. We have various types of Bezier curves. First type of Bezier curve is called simple curve. In case of simple curve, we have only two control points, that is called P0 and P1. So with the help of two control points, you can create the Bezier curve. But that Bezier curve, it is like a straight line. Means when you are using two endpoints, two control points, you are creating a straight line. But I can say that a straight line is also one type of curve here. That is called simple curve here. And when we are using simple curve, we are supposed to know that what is the degree of our polynomial. Means here we are using polynomial equation also. So whenever we are creating curves, definitely we are using some mathematical concepts. We are using some mathematical concepts like we are using parametric equation, we are using polynomial equation, we are using recursion, we are using that is binomial coefficient formula. So these all are the mathematical concepts we are using whenever we want to create a curve like this. Now I am discussing about simple curve. Whenever you want to create simple curve, the degree of the polynomial equal to number of control points minus 1. This is the formula you are supposed to remember. I will repeat. Whenever you want to calculate degree of the polynomial, the equation to calculate degree of the polynomial is number of control points in a curve minus 1. With respect to simple curve, degree of the polynomial is total number of control points are 2 here, 2 minus 1, degree of the polynomial is 1. Then polynomial equation P of x equal to x power 1 plus 1. X power 1 means the order of the polynomial is 1 here, or degree of the polynomial is 1, because number of control points are 2 here. Those are P0 and P1. With the help of two control points P0 and P1, I created simple curve. This is the first type of Bezier curve. Second type of Bezier curve is called quadratic Bezier curve. In case of quadratic Bezier curve, number of control points are 3. So you can see that I specified three control position P0, P1, P2. These are the control points to create Bezier curve, to create a Bezier curve. Now second component is called tangent. So I drawn two tangents. From P0 to P1 is a one tangent, P1 to P2 is another tangent. With the help of these three control points and with the help of two tangent, I created curve. Try to see the shape of the curve. I created, this is the curve, and whatever the curve I created, this curve is called quadratic Bezier curve, because number of control points in this example we are using 3. When number of control points are 3, then the degree of the polynomial is 2, that is 3 minus 1. Then order of the polynomial is x square plus x plus 1. This 2 is represent degree of the polynomial is 2. This is the equation to create quadratic Bezier curve. So first I said simple curve, simple Bezier curve or simple curve. Second is called quadratic Bezier curve. Third is called cubic Bezier curve. So in case of cubic Bezier curve, number of control points are 4. When number of control points are 4, try to see that how we generated cubic Bezier curve. So see that I created one cubic Bezier curve by using 4 control points P0, P1, P2, P3. These are the 4 control points I specified in cubic Bezier curve. With the help of 4 control points, I can create 3 tangents. The first tangent is from P0 to P1. Second tangent P1 to P2. Third tangent is P2 to P3. Now I drawn the curve. So as we know that the conditions for creating Bezier curve is that curve has to passes through the control point control point, and almost it is near, it should pass us near to that control points. So now I created one curve. First example, try to see the example 1, figure 1. I created one curve that passes from the P0 and it is closer to the P1, again it is closer to the P2, again it is ends with the control point P3. So with the help of 4 control points and 3 tangents, I created one curve. The shape of the curve is like this. This is called cubic Bezier curve. So in case of cubic Bezier curve, degree of the polynomial is, number of control points is 4, 4 minus 1 is 3. Then polynomial equation is x raised to 3 plus x raised to 2 plus x raised to 1 plus 1. This is polynomial equation for the cubic Bezier curve. Now try to observe second example. In the second curve, I am using three control points. I am using 3 control points P0, P1, P2. This is also Bezier curve only. This is also Bezier curve only. Now you see that the position of the control points P0, P1, P2, P3. I am using 4 control points, not 3. I am using 4 control points P0, P1, P2, P3. Try to observe shape of the curve. In case of figure 1 also there are 4 control points, 3 tangents are there. In figure 2 also 4 control points and 3 tangents are there. But the position of the control points are different, right? So different, whenever you are changing position of the control point, you are creating a curve of different shape. So see that the shape of the first curve is different from the shape of the second curve, but number of control points, number of tangents are same, but the difference is the position of the control points are different. If the position of the control points are different, definitely we can create a curve of different shapes. So I written one note because of this reason only. So this is the cubic Bezier curve. In simple Bezier curve, number of control points are 2. In quadratic Bezier curve, number of control points are 3. In cubic Bezier curve, number of control points are 4. And next is other type of Bezier curve. Other type of Bezier curve means number of control points are more than 4. So I given one example. Number of control points are 5 here. If number of control points are 5, then definitely number of tangents are 5 minus 1, that is 4. So as you can see that P naught, P1, P2, P3, P4. These are the 5 control points. And number of tangents are P0 to P1, P1 to P2, P2 to P3, P3 to P4. These are the tangents. Now whatever the curve you are creating, that curve has to be passes between the two endpoints called P0 and P4. This is the first rule. I will repeat. Whatever the curve you are generating, that curve starting point should be P0 and ending point should be P4. This is the first rule or first condition. Second condition to create Bezier curve is you need to create the curve in a such a way that that curve has to pass us through the tangents. It has to pass us through the tangent. See that I written part of the curve from the tangent P0 to P1 like this. Another part of the curve I drawn from the tangent P1 to P2 like this. See the mouse pointer like this. From P2 to P3 tangent I drawn curve shape like this. Next I drawn part of the curve from P3 to P4 tangent. See the mouse pointer. I drawn like this. I drawn like this. Like this I created one Bezier curve that contains number of control points are 5, number of tangents are 4, degree of the polynomial is 4. So you need to remember these are the rules and regulations to create Bezier curve. When we are using Bezier curve, we need to remember one note here. Bezier curve can contain any number of control points, but this required calculation of polynomial function of highest degree. You need to remember this. What I am telling means here, whenever you want to create any Bezier curve, you can specify how many number of control points you want. You can specify those many number of control points, but whenever you are specifying n number of control points, you supposed to create or you need in a calculation to calculate polynomial function of the highest degree. Means in your curve, if you specified n number of control points, then you supposed to calculate polynomial equation of n control points minus 1. That will give highest degree of the polynomial equation. So these are the four types of polynomial, four types of Bezier curve we discussed. So as you can see that these are the simple examples. Here three control points are there. This is the one example for the Bezier curve. If three control points are there, I said it is a quadratic Bezier curve. This is a quadratic Bezier curve. If four control points are there, then I said it is a cubic Bezier curve. Cubic Bezier curve. If five control points are there, this is called other type of Bezier curve. If only two control points are there, then it is called simple curve. So these are the various types of Bezier curves we discussed. Now we will move on to the equations or mathematical equations for the Bezier curve. So I written heading is called Bezier curve equations. Let us assume we want to create one curve. So I given one example here. This is the one example for the curve. So whenever we are saying curve, definitely it is a collection of pixels. Only the coordinate position are different for every pixel. But whenever I say curve, a curve is nothing but collection of points, or curve is nothing but collection of pixels. Every pixels having neighbors except last pixels. Last pixels means first pixel and last pixel, they don't have neighbors. Now I want to create one curve like this. When I want to create one curve like this, we are using parametric equation here. We are using parametric equation. When we are using parametric equation, then we are using one constant called u. We are using one constant called u, that is p of u. U value ranges from, I written here clearly, p of u value ranges from 0 to 1. Now I written clearly parametric value ranges from 0 to 1. So u is a constant. Its value ranges from 0 to 1, means it should be greater than or equal to 0, but it should be less than or equal to 1. This is nothing but our u value. Now let us start finding what is the pixel position to create a curve. Now what I will do means, assume that the first pixel position is p of u, that is called p of 0, and you need to substitute u value 0 to 1, 0 to 1, and you need to determine what is the x and y coordinate position in two-dimensional position vector for p of u. So if I substitute u value 0 for p of u, this is the first pixel position. For this p of u, you need to calculate what is the x coordinate position and y coordinate position. I am not discussing z coordinate position here because I am creating two-dimensional curve here. When you are creating two-dimensional curve, you supposed to calculate what is the pixel position among the first endpoint to last endpoint in this particular curve. So let us start calculating what is the first pixel position. Assume that in a parametric equation I will substitute u value 0. If I substitute u value 0, I'll get p of 0. So p of 0, if I want first pixel position p of 0, then p of 0 contains coordinate positions like x, y, 0. So substitute x value 0, y value 0 in parametric equation, then you will get first two pixel position called first end pixel position p0. Next what I will do means, I will substitute u value 0.1 for the second pixel. If I substitute p value 0.1, then I need to calculate what is the x coordinate position for the second pixel when I substituted x and y value 0.1. So if you substitute x and y value 0.1 in a parametric equation, then you will get second pixel position. This is a second pixel position. Try to see the mouse pointer. Like this, I will substitute 0.2 u value, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5. Like this, I will go on substitute u value 0.1, 0.2, 0.3 up to 0.9, up to 0.9. When I substitute u value 1 in parametric equation, then I will get the position of the last pixel in that particular curve. Then we are creating one curve from the position p of 0 to p of 1, where 0 to 1 is nothing but u value. Now, whatever the curve we created, to create this curve, what we did means we calculated what is the coordinate position of every pixel from first pixel to the last pixel. So we need to use parametric equation to create the curve like this. I will repeat. Here I am using one concept called parametric equation, and parametric equation internally uses one constant called u, and that u is called parametric constant, and its value has to be ranges from 0 to 1. Now whatever the curve you are creating, you can take n number of control points. P of 0 is one control point, that is called first control point. P of 1 is called last control point, and you can take n number of control points. You can take n number of control points to create different type or different shape of the curve. But what you need to remember means, even though you have n number of control points, your u value has to be ranged from 0 to 1 only. Means first control point, assume that p of 0. Second control point you can take 0.1. Next control point you can take 0.0.1. Third you can take 0.0.0.0.1. Like this, you can take n number of control points, but the u value has to be ranged from 0 to 1 only. That is p of 0 to p of 1 only. So different, if you take n number of control points, you will get one curve of one type, one shape. If you take n minus 1 curve, if you take n minus 1 control point, you will get one more curve of different shape. If you take n minus 2 control points, you will get one more curve of one more shape. Means depending upon the number of control points, you will get various shape of the various type of curve. But your u value has to be ranged from 0 to 1 only. So this is the representation of Bezier curve. Means when you want to create a curve, indirectly we are calculating what is the coordinate position of every pixel in that curve. Means from first pixel to last pixel, like this. So whenever we are using Bezier curve, definitely we need to use parametric equation. That parametric equation, it determines what is the pixel position with respect to x coordinate and with respect to y coordinate. So this is the parametric equation for the Bezier curve. That is, I will read out: P of u equal to sigma k equal to 0 to n. Sigma k equal to 0 to n. P of k, blended function BEZ, blended function or basis function BEZ of k comma n of u. This is the equation for the Bezier curve, or I can say that this is Bezier curve equation. Then what are the parameters this Bezier curve equation contains means Bezier curve contains the first parameter called P of u. This P of u specifies what is the position or what is the coordinate position of every pixel in that curve. That is, it will give what is the x and y coordinate position for every value. Means if you substitute u value 0, you will get P of 0 means first pixel x and y coordinate position. If you substitute u value 0.1, that is called P of 0.1. You need to calculate. You are going to calculate what is the coordinate position of P of 01, P of 0.1, that is x and y coordinate. I am discussing only two-dimensional curve here. Two-dimensional curve. So only I am discussing the coordinate position only x and y coordinate. Right? Now this is the first component of curve equation. P of k is a control points. P of k is a control points. So we know that if it is a Bezier curve, we are using various types of curves like this. Various types of curves like this here. Now we will where pk is a control points. You substitute k value 0 to n. So if you substitute k value 0 to n, it is nothing but we are specifying p naught to p n minus 1 control points. So as I said in the previous slide, you can create a curve of different shape with respect to specifying different types of control points. So Bezier curve is a parametric curve. It uses a Bernstein polynomial as a blended function. I'm telling this one. Bezier curve will use blended or basis function to produce position vector. So this P of u is called position vector. So we know that what is P of u. P of u specifies what is the coordinate position of every pixel from first point to last point in that particular curve. To create different different position pixels, we need to go on substitute u value from 0 to 1, and we need to specify n number of control points. So now I said what is P of u. I said what is P of u is called position vector. P of k is called control points, and this BEZ is called Bezier function or blended function in a parametric equation. So we will discuss what is this blended function or blended function or blended basis function in the next slide. So you assume this is equation number 1, and whatever the equation number I have written here, this is called Bezier curve equation. This is called Bezier curve equation. Now we need to expand blended function or basis function. So blended function BEZ k comma n equal to c of n comma k into u power k into 1 minus u power n minus k. So this is the expansion of blended function BEZ k comma n. Consider this is second equation. So in the equation 2, we have a one more variable called c of nk. So c of nk is called binomial coefficient. Try to see here, we are using parametric equation. Inside the parametric equation, we are using blended function polynomial, and inside the blended function polynomial equation, we are using binomial equation. And we know that in the mathematics, C of nk is a binomial equation, that is n factorial divided by n minus k factorial into k factorial. It is nothing but NCR it is. Instead of telling NCR, I can say that NCK it is. NCK means NCK is nothing but n factorial divided by n minus k factorial into k factorial. Consider this is equation number 3. Now, I will substitute x, y, z coordinate position of a p of u in a given equation number 3. Then, what is the parametric equation I will get means, after substituting x coordinate value, y coordinate value and z coordinate value in this particular equation, I will get coordinate position with respect to x axis, with respect to y axis and with respect to z axis for that particular pixel. Now if I substitute x of u here, see C of nk is there, I will write here, I am calculating what is the coordinate position for each pixel with respect to x axis. Then I will write x of u equal to sigma k equal to 0 to n, sigma k equal to 0 to n, x of, I am not substituting this in equation 3 for your kind information. I am not substituting this x and y z coordinate value in equation number 3. I am substituting this value in equation number 1. Then if you substitute x coordinate value in place of p of u, you will get x of u. X of u equal to sigma k equal to 0 to n, x of k I written. See that here. Here p of k is there, but I written x of k because here I am determining position of every pixel with respect to x axis. Then I will replace p of u to x of k and blended function k comma n u. So you see that I replaced only p of u to x of k. Similarly, I will replace p of u to y of u. Y of u. Then I'll get y of u equal to here y of k. Here I written x of k. Here I'll get y of k. This is with respect to y axis, and here this is with respect to zk. Z of u is with respect to z axis. Now I written one sentence here. We need only these two equations. We need only equation number 4 and 5 to calculate what is the coordinate position of every pixel, because here we are creating two-dimensional plane or two-dimensional curve. When we are creating two-dimensional curve, for every pixel I need to calculate what is the x coordinate position and y coordinate position. So these are the equations you need to remember. So I created equation number 4, I generated equation number 5 and I created equation number 6 by substituting x, y, z coordinate position of p of u in equation number 1. Now this parametric equation, it also uses the recursion. So that here we are using recursion to calculate successive binomial coefficient value, that is C of nk equal to n minus k plus 1 n minus k plus 1 by k into C of n k minus 1. This is a recursion. We are using recursion. We know that in data structure, recursion is nothing but a function that calls itself. Like that, a C of nk is a function. It is a binomial coefficient. It is recursively calling by substituting k minus 1, k minus 2, k minus 3. So this is our equation number 7. And we expanded our blended function for recursion is like this. So you need to remember these are the equation. So today we discussed flat surfaces and curved surfaces concept. Next we learn What is the definition of curve in computer graphics? To create curve, what are the components we need? We learned that also. And how to represent curve also we learned. So there are three methods are there to represent the curve in computer graphics. But I explained how to represent Bezier curve. So if you want to represent Bezier curve, we need two components. We need two components like we need control points, we need tangents. With the help of these two components, we can create a curve. Next, we displayed different types of Bezier curves. Like we have a simple curve, quadratic Bezier curve, cubic Bezier curve, and other types of Bezier curves. Next, we discussed how to represent Bezier curve equation. So, if you want to represent Bezier curve equation, we are using parametric equation. And in this diagram, I traced this example to create a curve. Building blocks for the curve is nothing but pixel. And for every pixel, we need to determine coordinate position by substituting our parametric constant value u between 0 to 1 for every control point. Then you will get every pixel neighbors except first and last pixels. Now I elaborated, I expanded what is the Bezier curve equation. This is a Bezier curve equation. In this Bezier curve equation, P of u represent for every pixel we need to determine x-axis, y-axis, z-axis coordinate position. But we are discussing only two-dimensional curve, and then we need to determine what is the coordinate position for every pixel with respect to only x-axis and y-axis. Here P of k represent control points. We have n number of control points, and this Bz represent blended function or basis function. This blended function internally uses binomial coefficient formula. So I written binomial coefficient formula, that is NCK, that is n factorial divided by n minus k factorial into k factorial. Now after expanding Bezier function, next to be substituted x-axis value, y-axis coordinate position, z-axis coordinate position in equation number 1 to calculate every pixel coordinate position with respect to x and y and z. Finally, we said binomial coefficient can be expressed in terms of recursion. So this is about Bezier curve equation. So I would like to stop here only. So in the next video lecture, we will solve one problem. After solving one problem on Bezier curve, then we will start how to create one image called flag. That flag contains curved structure. Thank you.